joins us live on the show. Claire, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
All right, we have to address the big match tonight, the rivalry in the EBC. Third time around, Salem coming to West Branch in the tournament. Talk about the excitement a little bit about upcoming match tonight. I mean, there's going to be a lot of energy in the field house. I'm guessing there's going to be a great student section for a rivalry. So talk about the excitement from you personally and then your team as well.
Well, Salem's always just a big game. We're always super excited. The rivalry's great. It's always a super energetic and fun match. So it's definitely one we're looking forward to. And especially it being a playoff game, it kind of raises the stakes of it. So we're all definitely really excited.
Looks like she's already got her jersey on, ready to go. I see that number 24. Let's go. The rivalry is real. The playoffs are real. And as we dive deeper into playoff time, what kind of things have been discussed the last week or so among this team to really make sure you're in the right mental state for tournament time and trying to get yourselves as big of a tournament run as you possibly can?
Well, throughout, we've definitely had a lot of ups and downs, and we've moved our lineup around a lot. So we are still kind of working on a new lineup. So we're just going to try to find the one that works best for us and come out with that and hopefully keep up the energy and keep up the momentum going into tournaments.
Talk about being up and down throughout the schedule, but this team has really been battle tested this year when you look at the non-conference part of the schedule. Taking down a really good Mineral Ridge team and then playing Girard and Massillon, Washington to finish out the season. Although those are two difficult losses, how much do you think that will help this team come tournament time, knowing that you guys have played some of the best teams around this area in the last week?
Yeah, I think it definitely helps us. The better the team, the better it makes you coming out of it. And it was definitely tough losses to both Girard and Massillon, but it just made us better and it made us realize that we are a good team. We just have to keep up the momentum and play through those hard teams. So it definitely will help us going into playoffs.
Since it's your senior year, I mean, is it a little bit more sense of urgency into this tournament time, knowing that when it's over, it's over?
Yeah, I think we're all kind of just we want to come in playing our hardest because it might be our last each tournament game as we go farther. And there's 5 of us this year, 5 seniors. So I think we all kind of feel the same way on that. We just want to leave everything out there because it might be our last game.
Incredible senior season so far. Talk about what it has been like. I mean, you've led this team in a lot of categories, especially hitting on the outside. So, what was your approach entering your senior season, trying to step up as a leader?
It was definitely a lot of pressure. There's like I said, there's 5 of us this year, so we do have an older starting lineup. So that definitely helps. There's a lot of leadership on the court, which definitely helps us through some of our harder games.
When you think about some of the other senior teammates that you have on this West Branch team and the friendships you've been able to build with them throughout your career playing with them, who do you think you've gotten to know the most from freshman year to now senior year?
We're all super close. I would say I've built a really good relationship with our setter, Hannah Rush, just because it's a really strong connection through obviously setters and hitters because I can't be successful without her. So I think we've built a really good relationship over these 4 years.
A lot of talent on this team when you look at it. There's a lot of pressure that is kind of brought off of your shoulders a little bit when you look at McKaylin Fitz, who comes into the middle, Adele Peters, who swings it really well, Showalter. How much does that help having pieces around you, knowing that not all the eyes on the court are on you?
Yeah, it definitely takes off a lot of pressure because, like, if you come into the game, like, say me, if I'm having a rough game, I know that not all the pressure of that is on me because there's other hitters who have my back and can kind of make up for what I lack that game. So it definitely takes a lot of pressure off of my shoulders because I know that I am not the only one and they have my back. And when I play down, they play up. So it's just kind of nice that we have so many good hitters and we have so much depth to our team. It's not just all the pressure on any of us.
All right, you're being coached by a legend, so we have to talk about Coach Shields and what she's meant to this program and what kind of things she's taught you, not just about volleyball, but about life in general.
Yeah. She's a great coach. She's been a coach for a long time and she definitely helps us know that there's going to be up and downs and there's going to be hard times. and I think she helps us deal with like change a lot because we've changed a lot of lineups and we've went through a lot. So I think she helps us with that aspect of things. But she's a great coach and she's been coaching for so long. She has a lot of knowledge to share with us.
There's been some time off between your last match of the season against Boardman to now, where it's tournament time. What has this team really worked on throughout that week stretch to kind of gear up for the postseason?
We've done some conditioning things. We've worked on different lineups. We've just been tossing things around and ideas around. We've worked on some plays just to hope to come out into playoffs harder than we did in the regular season.
All right. And what about things that you have worked on all season and things that you wanted to see yourself accomplish as personal goals you set for yourself before the season started?
I just wanted to kind of speed up my hits and our offense and obviously just get some more kills on the season, which I think we did a pretty good job of. So that we've been successful in that goal.
It's very difficult to beat a team 3 times in a row throughout a season. I mean, you guys have beat Salem twice and swept them twice. With an atmosphere like tonight, obviously there's going to be a lot of nerves in a playoff matchup. What do you want to focus on personally to kind of keep things under control?
I think we just have to focus on if we lose the ball, getting it back fast, not let them get a lot of momentum and get runs, which is the last time we played them, we got in a lot of ruts. So hopefully tonight we can keep that under control and keep their runs and their amount of scoring under control.
Richie talked about the atmosphere, and your community travels better than arguably any community with that green machine going anywhere. And you can spot the green in the crowd anywhere too. What's it mean to have this West Branch community behind you guys, and what have they meant to this team this season?
The West Branch community is so great. I mean, you see it whenever there's a tragedy in the community. You see it supporting our sports teams. You see it a lot with the football team, the volleyball team, the soccer team. It's just a really great community, and it makes us feel, I think, important to the community to have them all behind us. So it's really great, and they definitely push us to continue on to be better, and they're great to have behind you.
You've had a very long-lasting West Branch volleyball career. You know, now that you're a senior, playoff time towards the end of the season, when you look back and reflect a little bit, what are some of your favorite memories that you've had playing volleyball as a Warrior?
I don't even. There's been so many great memories. I mean, it's been a long but great 4 years. Every time we play Marlington, it's a great thing. And actually, in my 4 years, we have not beat them, but we've been close a few times. But I think beating Salem every year is obviously just a big, great memory that I have.
What about some off the court memories with your teammates that you have that are some of your favorites? Some of the team bonding exercises that you've been able to do in your last 4 years?
Yeah. Well, my freshman year, we went to Cedar Point as a team, and every year since then, we've went to tournaments at Cedar Point, and our summer camps are always fun. So we have really good fun summers together, working on things, conditioning. So summers are really a fun thing that I will always remember.
Glassman, who were some of the players that you kind of looked after a little bit when you were a freshman or a sophomore? Some of the players that you looked at and said, you know, I want to play like them.
There was our setter, Elise Wallace, my freshman year. She is a great setter. She plays at Point Park University now, and she is always someone that I've looked up to a lot. And Jessica Bach, I've always looked up to her. She was a middle. She plays in college now. She was a great role model. Sydney Mercer last year, obviously, she was our outside. I've always looked up to her a lot. She's a great hitter.
And before I let you go, I want to get to know you a little bit off the court too. Hit you with some rapid fire questions and see if we can't crack the egg that Claire Brunner is. What is some of your favorite breakfast foods to have in the morning before you tackle a big school day?
A lot of times I find myself not eating breakfast, but when I do, my favorite thing is probably pancakes. Chocolate chip pancakes are my favorite thing.
Chocolate chip pancakes. Like there's a lot of different breakfast drinks: milk, orange juice, apple juice. What's your go-to like breakfast drink to go along with those chocolate chip pancakes?
I would probably say chocolate milk is my favorite thing.
Richie, I'm sensing a chocolate theme.
Yeah.
Can we go into like what's the best chocolate bar out there?
Well, I like Reese's. Reese's is probably my
Okay.
favorite.
What about like is there any chocolate bar or candy bar that you're like, no, not gonna touch it?
Not really. I mean, I don't like Almond Joys. People, yeah, that's probably my one. Almond Joys, I hate them.
It's Halloween time, right? So I guess the next question is we talk about candy. Like if you had a go-to candy bag, I'm gonna give you five pieces of candy to put in your Halloween candy bag. What 5 pieces are you going with to make it a perfect candy bag on Halloween?
I would say probably Reese's, Snickers, Twix, Milky Way, and what else? I don't, and maybe Hershey's, just like as a
Okay. Sticking with the chocolate. We like it.
yeah.
Your dentist probably likes it a lot. What about some of your favorite meals that your family has? We'll get a little bit more healthy. What are some of the regular day meals that you like to have?
My mom makes steak a lot, so we eat that a lot. And tacos, I think, are most often my favorite meals.
All right. What about like the post game meal, the one that you have to have after a win?
I like eating pasta, like spaghetti or like rigatoni are probably my favorites.
Okay. What about what's the best West Branch hangout? Like the place that your team gets to get together after a game?
Well, in my earlier years, it used to be tailgaters, but that is shut down now. So now I don't
That's a
really know.
bummer.
We go to Dunkin' a lot, so maybe probably that.
What do you get at Dunkin'?
I usually get caramel iced coffee.
Richie,
Yeah.
got anything?
No, I'm not a Dunkin' guy.
No Dunkin'.
No chance.
Not even like the donuts?
No.
What's your favorite donut? Do you have a favorite donut?
I like the chocolate sprinkles.
Chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate.
What is your favorite thing about playing volleyball?
I love volleyball. It really brings you closer to your friends, and it gives you something to do after school. I never really liked going home after school and having nothing to do, so that's something I really like about volleyball. And it gives you a family during season, and that's something I've always really loved.
What's one position that you don't play that you'd like to see if Coach Shields would let you play before you graduate?
Well, I would say setter, but I'm not a good setter, so probably passing, which I do sometimes.
Yeah.
But probably to pass more would be what I want.
You know, I know you have a really great libero in Reagan Green
Yeah.
Ice, but would you ever take that libero jersey? Let's see it.
Oh, I don't know about that. No.
Oh man, good times. Claire, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us a little bit of insight into your career. We wish you the best of luck in this tournament, and we hope that it lasts as long as possible. Once again, we appreciate your time, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Thank you.